So Pam Bondi just had a hearing before Congress about the Epstein files, or more specifically, how the DOJ has completely botched its handling of them. And holy shit, was it fucking embarrassing. Like, oh my god. I honestly thought I was watching the circus the way Pam Bondi was acting like a damn clown in front of the entire nation. Like, the way she was deflecting, the way she answered the questions was like so defensive and in a way that honestly did not make her look good at all. Like, if that hearing went on for any longer, or if she had to give any more answers, her nose might have actually started to grow like Pinocchio. Like, when I was watching clips of them on Twitter, I genuinely was like, oh my god. Like, I actually almost got secondhand embarrassment from them. She really just acted extremely unprofessional, like refusing to answer questions, getting into arguments instead of just answering the questions she was asked, changing the subject, deflecting, just basically doing whatever she could do to like run, or not run around the question, more like beat around the bush and like give as safe of an answer as possible. Because again, the whole reason why this congressional hearing happened is because of the Epstein files and the way the DOJ has been handling them, which has been fucking abysmal, by the way. Oh my god, like, I made a whole video talking about it, or not exactly how the DOJ has been handling it, but more so just like what's in the files. But the way it's been handled has been so bad, because like, they said that they would only be blocking the names of the victims. That's what they were supposed to do. It was required by law that they could only block the names of the victims, when in many instances throughout the files, they are blocking names of the perpetrators. Like this email, for example. Where are you? Are you okay? I love the torture video. Who the fuck did Jeffrey Epstein send that to? I know for a damn fact it wasn't one of the victims, because why the hell would one of the victims want that? And there are just so many other emails that were sent either to Jeffrey Epstein or from him to other people talking about horrendous shit. And the names of the people that Jeffrey Epstein either received the emails from or sent them to are redacted for reasons I have no fucking clue as to why, although I could probably take a wild guess. But it's for this reason, and also the fact that the DOJ was supposed to release all of the files on December 19th last year as part of the Epstein Files Transparency Act that was signed into law by Donald Trump himself. So they were literally required by law to release all of the files on December 19th, but obviously they didn't do that, and they continued to not do that for over a month. But it's for these two reasons that the Department of Justice has come under a lot of fire. But is anyone within the DOJ going to be persecuted or at least put on trial because they literally broke the law in regards with these files? Fuck no. But anyways, because of the way the Department of Justice handled the files, that caused Congress to summon Pam Bondi to have a congressional hearing about it, which obviously, as I said earlier, was an absolute disaster. And to just give you an idea as to how bad of a disaster it is, I'm just going to play this clip.
How many of Epstein's co-conspirators have you indicted? How many perpetrators are you even investigating?
First, you showed it. I find it.
How many have you indicted?
Excuse me. I'm going to answer the question.
Answer my question.
No, I'm going to answer the question the way I want to answer the question.
No,
Your
you're going to answer the
theatrics are
question the way I asked it.
Chairman Jordan, I'm not going to get in the gutter with these people, but I'm going to answer the question.
How many have you indicted?
Again, the time belongs to
Reclaiming my time.
The time belongs.
I think it's very interesting.
Reclaiming my time.
I think it's very interesting.
You can
that
reclaim
he
your
talks
time,
about
but
they indicted. The president said they indicted him twice.
Mr. Chairman, please stop the clock and stop the clock and restore his time.
Okay, here we go with these
Committee will be in order.
theatrics.
The time belongs to the gentleman from New York. We will give you a few more seconds. We will do that. But when you ask a question, the witness gets to answer. You may not like the answer, but she gets to answer.
The question was, how many of Epstein's...
They don't like the answer, Chairman.
Reclaiming my time.
Because it's honest.
Reclaiming
So he asked a 4-minute question.
Restore 45 seconds to
I am
Mr. Nadler,
going
please,
to
Mr. Chairman.
Answer.
Pam Bondi in this clip reminds me of me back in quarantine when I was trying to convince my friends on Among Us that I wasn't the imposter when in actuality I was. Like, the way it turned into a shouting match because Pam Bondi just refused to answer the question is honestly just, it's not laughable. I was gonna say it was honestly laughable like I usually do, but it's really not, because I was instantly reminded that these are the people who run our country. These are the people who can control a lot of the aspects in our lives, and this is how they fucking debate. No wonder politics has been a shit show for like the last several years. I should have known it would have devolved into this when I loaded up the 2020 presidential debate and I heard Biden call Trump a clown.
It's hard to get any word in with this clown.
And hear them go back and forth like it was an Xbox Live lobby chat in like 2010. Or when Congress had a hearing with the TikTok CEO and one of the congressmen deadass asked him, does TikTok connect to the Wi-Fi?
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
But this next clip that I want to play, I don't even think I'm going to describe it. I'm just going to let you watch it for yourselves.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan.
You heard it here, folks. We should pack it up and shut up about the Epstein files because the stock market and people who are retired are doing fine right now. Like, you know how fucking stupid that sounds? And I also love how in this clip, the true cherry on top of it all is how she's talking about, we should be talking about making Americans safe. You want to keep Americans safe, Pam Bondi? How about arresting the people that were raping children on the island, which we know for a fact that they were doing because of the Epstein files that were released. A bunch of heinous, horrific shit has come out in those files. There were so many victims present at that hearing, and yet the government has done absolutely nothing about it, or little to nothing about it. Because to my knowledge, the only people that have been arrested in this whole Epstein case is Epstein himself and Ghislaine Maxwell. No one else has been investigated. No one else has been arrested, despite all of the mountains of evidence that they have. They could easily go after each and every one of those fucking monsters that deserves to rot away in prison. Actually, no, not even in prison, under the fucking prison, but they just simply won't. You want to talk about keeping America safe? Arrest all the people that were involved, and then you can start talking about the Dow or whatever it was. And what makes this clip even worse is, like I said before, a lot of the victims of Epstein were there. They were present at that hearing, and they had to witness this absolute shit show of a hearing go down. Like, could you imagine the trial of your life? You're finally gonna see some of the people who did absolutely horrific things to you and traumatized you for life hopefully face some justice, and the Attorney General of the United States says that the Dow is over 50K, and that's what we should be talking about right now. I don't even think I could imagine the look of just extreme disappointment that was on their faces during that hearing. But we can get a pretty good idea as to just how disappointed they were in this photo when they were asked to raise their hands if they were ignored by the Department of Justice. It's honestly just a really heartbreaking photo, but by far my favorite clip of this hearing was when Pam Bondi, I'm not even going to say what she said, I'm just going to let you hear it for yourself.
There was one redaction out of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
4,700, and we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome.
I'm sorry, he has what?
This guy has Trump derangement syndrome.
The fuck do you mean Trump derangement syndrome? I can't believe in the middle of this fucking hearing she said that Thomas Massie has Trump derangement syndrome, which I actually looked it up because I did not believe that was a real thing. But apparently it is. It's an actual term, but personally I think it's just a load of fucking bullshit. Like, Trump derangement syndrome? That sounds fucking stupid. And it is. And the fact that those words even came out of her mouth proves that, like, she had no fucking defense. She had no argument. She was just trying to dodge the question and, like, beat around it as much as she possibly could. And that's essentially what this entire hearing was, which is why it was super embarrassing to watch. Like, holy shit, this congressional hearing honestly made Pam Bondi look a hell of a lot worse than she already did. said. Like, this was honestly a PR nightmare for her, because like the way she was deflecting and just refusing to answer questions and getting into shouting matches with the other congressmen and people that were there, it made her look really bad. And I honestly think it's only going to get worse from there, because the way her and the DOJ and the FBI have been handling these files has been an absolute disaster. Like, not only did Kash Patel basically commit perjury by saying that there are no known co-conspirators with Epstein, even though we know now that there definitely were, and the way that the FBI and the DOJ have been redacting the names of the perpetrators and the people that were involved, and now Pam Bondi got in front of Congress and made a damn fool of herself in front of the entire country. All of this combined with the fact that barely anyone has been arrested in connection with Epstein, and it's basically been a massive PR nightmare for the government. And it's only going to get worse, because people are not going to let up, and rightfully so. We are literally witnessing the biggest cover-up in US history, and also the biggest scandal. Like, this whole thing makes Watergate look like Nixon simply told a kid he doesn't care that he broke his elbow. But people are going to keep demanding answers, they're going to keep demanding justice, and they are going to keep talking about it, despite what Pam Bondi doesn't want us to do, and instead wants us to talk about the fact that people are able to retire because 401ks are increasing. But the reaction of the general public has obviously been extreme frustration, and rightfully so, and the government is desperately trying to cover the whole thing up, sweep it under the rug, make it sound like it's not a big deal when it damn well is, and they're extremely unwilling to answer any questions because the Epstein files incriminate some extremely big and powerful people in our government, or were a part of our government, and going after them would be a PR nightmare, so they're obviously not going to do it. But like, these two factors are just going to keep getting worse over time. Like, when the most recent batch of the Epstein files dropped, people got so pissed off, and rightfully so, that they started calling for a revolution, and it's going to stay that way. In fact, like I said, it's only going to get worse until the government starts giving us answers or starts handing out justice, which obviously is not happening. But it's good that we're getting shit like this, because it proves that there are people in our government that want to do the right thing, that want to see justice pursued and see those sick fucks rot in a prison cell for the rest of their miserable lives. But as of right now, that's not happening, because the government is blatantly refusing to do anything about it. Like, that's the thing. It's not the fact that they can't do it. We know damn well the power of the US government. If they want to do something, they're gonna fucking get it done. They're just simply refusing to do anything about it. And that's what pisses me off the most, because they could easily go after all the people. They have the names, they have the evidence. They're just sitting on their fucking asses and doing nothing but side quests, like taking over Venezuela, or trying to repeal Section 230, or give away billions of our tax dollars every year to Israel so they can continue to commit genocide in Gaza. Like, all this shit that's going on right now is fucking wild, and this whole Epstein case is really not necessarily the cherry on top, but it's just kind of the biggest example of it all, about how much they just don't care. Michael Jackson honestly said it best: they don't really care about us. Now, that's not to say the government as a whole is like this. Obviously, there are people within the government, like I said before, that are interested in doing the right thing, but it seems like a lot of people don't really care about doing the right thing, and they're only interested in themselves and pursuing the government's needs and interests. Like invading Greenland, which is not at all a need, it's just something they want to do for some fucking reason, despite the fact that the majority of people do not want it. But anyway, I know I've been very doom and gloom in this video, and I've been acting like Vegeta, saying I'm not a big fan of the government, but this Epstein case has just been frustrating me more than anything, mainly just the lack of justice. Like, if there was actually some fucking perpetrators slapped in handcuffs, I would not be reacting the way that I am, but it's just the fact that our government is choosing to do nothing about it. That's what pisses me off the most, like I said earlier. But I do really hope that there is some justice pursued. I really do hope we get to see these demons get slapped in handcuffs and thrown into the slammer. But until that happens, I'm gonna be pissed off, and I'm gonna keep talking about it. I mean, there is still some hope, as Bill Clinton has said that he wants to have like a full congressional hearing regarding the Epstein files. But I'm gonna be honest, I do not have much, if any, faith in that trial if it ever does happen, because Bill Clinton is fucking everywhere in those files. There are so so many photos of him in there. His name is also everywhere. He was clearly buddy-buddy with Epstein. So either at this point, he's just got nothing to lose, or he is gonna lie straight out of his ass at that trial, if it ever does happen. But speaking of trials, Ghislaine Maxwell's trial is also happening, but I don't think anything significant has happened or come out of it. Obviously, if something significant does come out of that trial, or if something important happens, then I'm gonna talk about it. But until then, I don't know. And that's gonna do it for the video. Thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.